So Jacksonville is on the clock, and actually the pick is in from Jacksonville. Dane, a couple of different. We've heard some rumors about Leonard Fournette.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even call that a rumor. I think
you say that's going to be some truth.
I just of the spots I know that there was a late push for him to go to, which I never believed, but you see him in Jacksonville and you see him in Carolina. Those are the two spots, at least at the top of the board, where you see him go the most often. I mean,
well, I used to work with Tom Coughlin, and he's trying to make his football team tougher. That's important. That is really, really important. And well, let's talk about Leonard Fournette. Dave, I'll let you, because we're alums.
I don't like talking about Leonard because I'm so hopelessly biased. I think
talk about him.
He's a freak. He's not obviously he's not Myles Garrett, but I think he's every bit as freakishly athletic as Garrett in terms of what he can do for a guy his size. And I think if you really want me to put on my purple and gold glasses, I think he got a bum rap in 2016 because he hurt his ankle in preseason camp. He was gimpy from the get-go. He was playing on a team that did not have a viable passing threat. So he was basically what everybody knew to target every time they played LSU. And he was hurt for half the year, and he still had a pretty damn good season. He finished shy of 1,000 yards, but not by a lot. He's powerful. He's fast as hell. He can make you miss. I know there are people that are going to tell me that he can only run what he's blocked for. I don't buy that. I'm not saying he's Adrian Peterson, but I think he's been in the spotlight for so long that his warts are so public that everybody's
seen the violent runs.
Yeah, this is cliche, but throw on the tape.
Yeah,
I don't know if I wouldn't have taken him at 2.
Yeah,
I don't even know if I'd take him at 4, but I like him a lot.
Okay, Dane, other needs you talk about: offensive tackle, tight end, quarterback, defensive line, and guard.
But here's the thing about the Jaguars is they don't have that glaring need for a team that's so bad.
They had a lot of high picks,
except for quarterback.
Well, what about for the last 3 days, you've kind of heard rumblings about Deshaun Watson all the way up at 4.
Yeah.
How do we feel about that?
That's where I went with my mock, but I think with the running back, it fits kind of what Tom Coughlin wants.
He wants a physical. Okay, here's the commissioner.
We're going to find out.
With the 4th pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Leonard Fournette.
Oh, there we go.
Running back, LSU.
Wow.
How about Leonard Fournette? Tom Coughlin.
It's funny because
maybe he's the answer to help.
All right,
Blake Bortles, huh?
Let me throw this out there at you. Team picking 4th overall. A lot of pieces in place.
Yep.
Sound familiar?
Had a disappointing season the year before.
Right.
You can't point to a super glaring need.
So what you're saying is the Jaguars are going to draft Josh Dobbs in the 5th round
and go to the freaking get a bye in the playoffs. Yeah,
follow the model.
At the end of the day, if you don't trust your quarterback, that's a problem. And I don't know if Blake Bortles is the answer, but if there's one guy who can help Blake, but they got the receivers in place. Their line's not terrible. It's not awful, right?
Yeah, well, Dane was talking about we might need some help at tackle. We got some age over there.
But, in terms of this pick, you're not going to take a tackle here.
Yeah.
They do need help on the offensive line. And look, this gives, all right, what this pick is
guard tackle, really.
Right. And what this pick is a notice to Blake Bortles.
Oh, yeah.
Listen,
they're trying to help him.
We're probably not going to pick up your 5th-year option. We're not going to pay you, $18 million, whatever the 5th-year option is. It's crazy money, and Blake Bortles hasn't earned it. But, okay, so you're going to enter this year in the last season of your deal. We just gave you a thumper at running back, a guy that can, be your Ezekiel Elliott, hopefully. This is your shot. Show us you're an NFL quarterback. Because if you don't, then you're going to be a backup next year somewhere else. So this is a notice to Blake Bortles that, hey, this is your shot. Let's see what you can do.
And it's funny because last year when the Cowboys picked Zeke, I was all aboard that Zeke train. But for another team, I'm just like, maybe you could have found something better to do with that 4 overall pick. But Leonard Fournette will help that team. He will help Blake Bortles. He gives them an identity. It's the same stuff we've heard coming out of this building for the last 2 or 3 years, is that hard-nosed, smash-mouth identity. He can be that guy. So if he can transform the way they play and like the culture around here or around there, the way that Ezekiel Elliott did, I have a hard time knocking the pick.
Yeah, I
Do you like the
personally
pick?
I like the pick.
Yeah.
Even though I had
You like the player, Brian?
I'm like you, Dave. I get.
Where'd you guys go to school?
Yeah, exactly. I feel like I can't be overly. I feel like I'm more critical of LSU players than I am
totally.
nice. So I want to be able to. I want to be able to say what I feel about this kid. I think he's going to have to work on the pass protection part of it. I think he's going to have to work on the catching part, but I don't think they asked him to do all that. I think the running is clearly his strength.
Yeah.
The physicality.
Well, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah, but I think the complete back stuff is going to have to be worked on here, and and I'm okay with that. I mean, if anybody, like I say, you put up a pretty good comparison of what Jacksonville is thinking about.
I mean, what other
they saw
conclusion can you draw?
They saw exactly what happened when you pair a running back with a quarterback. But not that they were in a situation too where they need to see what they have in their quarterback.
They do, and Tom Coughlin. We were kind of wondering what type of impact would he have on this team. Is the front office? I think this kind of matches. When Tom Coughlin was winning Super Bowls,
right?
They had a pretty strong run game,
right?
And
Absolutely.
So that's what they want to get back to. Chris Ivory has not panned out when they gave him all that money in free agency. T.J. Yeldon has been a flash player here and there. Now you have your bell cow, a guy who let's see if he could be a true 3-down player. I think you're correct in saying that he didn't really have the chance to prove he's a capable pass catcher on a consistent basis. But he's going to get that chance.
He's going to get the opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
And if you ask what he has to work on to be, we raved about Ezekiel Elliott as a catcher and as a blocker.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we raved.
Well, and I mean, didn't we?
But we saw it.
Yeah.
We saw it at Ohio State. We were trying it at LSU. Felt like that maybe they should have used him more. Should have maybe tried to use him some more in the passing game.
And Brian, you know better than anyone.
Oh, I know.
That's
That's
not,
why you
it's
got
not a dynamic offense.
No, that's why.